Hey Mark, so changes for assembler. I'll try to go through these pretty quick. Um, so first floor, we have changing the spacing between these casement and fixed windows. There's a bunch of them, so there's four groups of three, and it was to allow one CMU and then the rough framing, so a pressure treated 2x4 that would get framed into each of the rough openings. So those for those four sets. So two on this floor and then one on the floor above. Move, there was a window here. We got rid of that. She requested to get rid of that. And then this window was to move to the plan north. Bathroom one, bunk room bath, window above toilet. That's here. This was just moving some of the windows. So there was a window here and a window here. So I moved it to here and then one above the sink. I think this will probably wind up being an issue because of a mirror. I don't know if she wants to have just a really small mirror. But these are all set at a 5 foot sill height, these casement windows. We could also probably change this to like an awning, maybe at a 6 foot height. But I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. But it is what she requested. So um, deck doors. Changing now, this was her note. It says deck doors would like single or 2 foot 6 inch or 2 foot 8 inch doors. So I'm assuming that what she means out of that is like either one big single door or two smaller French doors like this. So I went for, and I think she's probably gonna want them as big as you know you can make them. In my opinion, I would think. Um, So I made them 2880 double doors. Um, Kitchen side, pool side, no window in the pantry. There was a window here. Got rid of that. There was a window here. Got rid of that. These two windows were, she wanted them spaced out more. So before they were spaced here, which is 2 feet apart. So I put another 5 feet between them to get us to a total 7. Um, but she didn't have a specific suggestion on. She just said, not sure if kitchen configuration these two windows need to be spread out. Dining room windows slide closer to each other, so that was these two. I still have 3.5 inches between them for two by fours or two by whatever members. Maybe they're bigger because this wall is so thick. Um, let's see, beach side, second floor. Same as first floor, so that's for these windows. Bedroom 2 and 3 wall. Okay, so on this floor, she made several comments about having high transom windows. And I'm not 100% sure that of what she means by that. I'm guessing she wants high sill height and either operable or fixed. I couldn't really tell. Um, they wouldn't really be transom windows because there's no window below them. Um, Unless that is what she means. She wants like a lower window and then a transom window above it. That's not how I was interpreting it though. I think she means like high, either fixed or operable windows. I made them all awnings. But if we present it to her, or if you present it to her and she wants to change, I can certainly go back and change them to fixed windows. Or if she meant something else entirely. So I changed that. That's for. She made a comment about them in all of the bedrooms. She wanted high transom windows. Um, Stairwell's good. Bedroom. West side, both side. Okay, so yeah, looks like it was all comments about the windows, um, which changed. They also changed all of the bathroom configurations changed a bit, and instead of like going over them in depth, I think they all work with how she drew them, and it was just based on her sketches, and I think they all make sense as long as they conceptually make sense to you, and you don't see like a big, you know, design flaw conceptually. I didn't. Um, I think there were a couple that were a little weird in their orientation, but I think it was just her preference. Like having the toilet room and shower together, I think that's totally fine. Maybe it's not super common, but so that's here. And then this having the shower and tub kind of together, and it seemed like I couldn't tell if she wanted a freestanding tub or something built in. Probably something built in would make more sense. Um, but in her sketch, she drew it as a freestanding tub. I couldn't really tell what the best move there would be. Um, but I just tried to match what she was indicating in her sketch the best I could. So that's for all of the bathrooms. It's this one, and I believe, and this one. They all changed per the sketches. I won't go over them just because I think they're pretty clear in the sketch if you want to reference them here. Or, I mean, if you just look at the PDF and everything looks like it makes sense and the spacing looks good, it was per, sticking to her sketches as closely as I could. She also made a comment about the size of the beds in the bunk room, and these are like in the model they are 82 inches in length, and I think the dimensions on an XL twin, which is what she was referring to in that separate email, are 80 inches. So I think there would be plenty of room here for whatever kind of framing that is going around, whatever kind of bunk beds they decide to get. So I think that'll work as is. So I didn't make any change there. There was also a comment about putting a wall between the kitchen and great room between the columns. She also talked about potentially moving the columns. I'm not actually sure if these are continuous columns. I think they are from the ground floor up. Um, so I don't know structurally if it's okay to move them. I know they're on that big old girder, so I'm guessing like structurally that girder can take some moment. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's going to have to run through the engineer. But I think this is what she wanted. I'm not sure. Maybe she wants the whole thing furred out and doesn't want just like a filler in between. Um, but yeah, this was her comment. I also This is just an assumption, but I would guess that she actually wouldn't want this in practice. But that's totally my assumption. So she definitely noted it pretty clearly per her instructions. Okay, that's everything. Thanks, Mark.